Hello and welcome to the Late Night Podcast. My name is Aiden Edwards and today I'm going to be your host. Sadly, Michael's going to be here with us, but today, this episode, he's going to be with us next episode due to just some circumstances which he isn't able to make it, which is fine. It happens. But I also wanted to say that this episode is late before the topic because for New Year's, that was 10 days ago. And yeah, 10 days ago. So I wanted to say that I'm a little bit sorry on that about the topic, but I know it's not really, it's a vague topic, I like to say. But yeah, well, let's move into the topic, shall we? So it's a new year. It's 10 days into the new year, and I like to say what stuff has already happened, but I like to talk about what happened on the New Year's Eve and the New Year's Day. From then on, that can be a new episode or something like that. I just like to talk about how the New Year's feel, but mainly I think everyone is relieved that 2020 is over, like it's finally done. But the stuff caused from 2020, I think that's, well, of course, it's not gonna go away, which sucks, which we'd all wish it would. But 2020, I'd like to say, was a bad year for most of the people, mostly everyone, especially for kids and teenagers who had to stay in their homes for so long, and it affected the mental mind and their just the way how they thought. But think, whoops, sorry, I could say that because I also was quarantined as well many times as well, so we all went through it. All of us did. We reacted different ways to it. Some of us made the best out of it. Most of us liked it, but I can say a lot of people hated it, including me. I hated it a lot. It's not fun. You couldn't go outside. You couldn't enjoy time with your friends. But I like to say, COVID isn't something you just push around and roll over. It is something that you should take seriously, and it's not really especially for the teenagers, y'all. I don't know why I'm saying teenagers, even though I'm one as well, but it's important. I like to say, because I seem like every other adult saying, "Hey, put your mask up, hey, do this," but COVID can have long-time effects on you, and I can say that because my dad had it, and he's still recovering from it, even though he had it in September. In September, and now he's still recovering from it. I heard some other people as well too, and it sucks and it's hard, and I know that. But away from all the bad stuff, away from all the sad. But I like to focus on a bunch of good things. Really, a bunch of good stuff has happened this year. A bunch of people have adapted and try to learn from it. People have raised a bunch of money for COVID and try to help it for research, and it's been really helpful, for sure. Always. There's so many other things that I cannot name off the top of my head, so please look at them and make yourself feel good about the good things that happened in 2020. Yeah. And that's really it, really. Not there's not really much I like to say about New Year's and New Year's Eve. For me, I just stayed home, really, and I just hung out and had fun with my family. Of course, we stayed a little bit apart. We didn't stayed outside away a little bit just because of COVID, just to make sure we don't get anyone sick. Yeah, it was a nice New Year's Eve. I would just say, and I hope y'all had a good one as well. Y'all had a safe New Year's Eve and y'all had fun. And I think I believe everyone had a little bit of relief when the clock hit midnight on that night. It was good. Good relief. So now I'd like to move on to the quote of the night. So our quote of the night is, "You have to let people go. Everyone who is in your life are meant to be in your journey, but not all of them are meant to stay till the end." This meaning, I know completely how this means. I'm not friends with the people who I were friends with in first grade and second grade. I don't even remember many of my people from the second grade. I'm gonna be completely honest here. I don't remember many people from the second grade and all, there's like a couple of people that I still know and still talk to, but that's a really good thing. I'm happy about that. But as you move on to high school, you move on to college is really where you stray away, which it sucks to think about that. Having a best friend, your best friend might move to somewhere else across the country. Y'all might stay, y'all might still hang out, y'all might talk, or y'all may never talk again. Which is really something how I think sometimes, and it sometimes scares me. To be honest, it does. Just starting all over and going to college, and it's, to me, it's frightening, but yet exciting. It's weird, but it is. It's, yeah, it's super weird. I'm maybe weird for thinking about that, but y'all go comment or something if y'all think I'm right, or if y'all agree with me, or how y'all think about it. Because for me, I just think that it's gonna happen for sure, which sucks, but it does, and you just have to move on and make new friends. I guess that's what you have to do. Ignore my phone. I didn't know my phone was all silent. Whoops. That was by accident. Anyway, next topic. It's not really a topic. It's a semi-topic. So, New Year's resolutions. New Year's resolutions. I think many people try to set them, but they really don't stand up to them for the past month. And I maybe I may seem mean for saying this, but there's some people who don't agree with the resolution. Don't not agree. Whoops. I meant continue with your resolutions, and I can say that because I don't either. I don't either. I make them and say I'm gonna do this for the year, and then I forget about it in the first month, just because of school, and I focus really more on school, and I really don't focus on that resolution. Even now, I'm like, I don't even think I set one for this year. But I think that it can be helpful at times if you motivate yourself to it, and you can do you can do a bunch of things and learn a bunch of things by setting them. Not saying you have to, not saying it's a rule, but I'm just saying it might be helpful. Just here and there, if you can just think about it, about setting one or here whatnot, because I think I was about to say. In 5th grade, I set my new resolution to work out a little bit more. Of course, me being a 5th grader, was like 11 or 12 years old, did not know what he was thinking. And so I think I started working out. It sucked. For sure, me being a 5th grader and doing my first workout, I died. Because I wasn't drinking enough water, wasn't eating right, and finally I did, which was weird because I was a 6th grader and not trying to work out. Weird. I'm weird. For sure. Of course, it didn't come in all the time, but by the end of 6th grade, I believe that it was toward the first semester of 6th grade, just because that was the end of the year. I think I lost a little bit more weight because I was a little bit overweight for my age, and I lost a little bit, and I gained more muscle from it. I'm surprised I stuck with it, but I think it's because my parents were like, say, are you gonna work out? I'll be bored, and I say no, and then they're like, why? I'm like, well, because I don't want to, and they're like, oh, well, you better go do it. I'm like, I don't want to, and then I had to, well, they didn't make me, but I had to motivate myself to basically, just get myself up and at 'em, and go do stuff. Try to do. I know this may seem like I'm blabbing on about random stuff, and this episode's not gonna be as exciting, not gonna be as fun as interesting as it normally is. How normally a few episodes are, which I apologize for that, which is okay, because some of these episodes are not gonna be exciting, and I know it's sad. For sure it is, but yeah. All right, let's head on with fact of the night. Now, this fact interested me. It was interesting. So, the longest English word is 189,819 letters long. In fact, it's so long that it takes 3.5 hours three and a half hours to say. And my mind, as soon as I read 189,819 letters long, that was like my max point. I wasn't even focused on the other part, but then after a while I looked at the other part, and it takes 3.5 hours long to say. Imagine just talking, just like saying the word non-stop for 3.5 hours. How does someone stop and drink for some water and continue? And how does someone even know? I don't even know what the word is because I can't even say the word. You might have to English. You might have to look it up probably and see, because I looked at it and I was like, no, I'm not gonna attempt this. I will never attempt this in my life because I'm probably gonna never attempt it in my life at all, just because who's gonna spend 3.5 hours saying a word and then they're probably gonna forget a word that they had, and then I'm just like, what the heck, it's just weird. For me, I just think it's like, why? Who's gonna it's just who. And I think there's not really much to say for the fact of the night really, but that's pretty much it for this episode. Sorry if it wasn't as interesting or as as fun as it should be. Like I said, I'd have Michael with me. I didn't really plan this episode as out as they should have. Probably could add a little bit more things to make it a little bit more interesting. But yeah, alright, so this is the end of the episode. Thank you for everyone who's being here listening to. The next episode will be posted in about 2 weeks or so, or a little bit longer than that, just so I'm not gonna have a little bit of time to plan it out and make sure it's good. Alright, y'all, I hope you have a nice night, and this is Aiden Edwards. I'll see y'all later.